I tried once, and they could not squeeze enough blood out of me. So they ended up having to throw away the bag that they got, and I about passed out in the meantime. So that was the first and the last time I did that.
Now, see, that's why they throw a towel over my head. I'm
There you
okay
go.
as long as I don't see the needle
Yeah,
go in.
right.
If I see
Yeah,
the
but
needle
see-
go in, I'm
See,
on the floor.
I imagine I picture it all. You know, this last time with Cece, when Brittany was getting an epidural, my mind was just envisioning everything, and it was terrible. I felt passed out. Did it to myself.
Good to see Cindy again.
Hey, I'll figure out how to change that.
Click the right dots in the top corner of your little video, and there should be a rename setting.
Nope, that'd be you.
Rex, we can see you. Can you hear us, see us?
Yeah, I can see all of you. Some of you need to take your mask off.
Trick or
Halloween's
treat.
over. Yeah,
Trick
not
or
you. I wasn't
treat.
talking about you, Greg. I was talking about some of those younger.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Okay. Joel, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah. Well, I don't see Daryl or I don't see anybody else, but I think we got everybody here. We're on YouTube. The mic can turn into YouTube. So we'll go ahead and get this. Everybody ready?
Rock and roll.
City Council meeting Monday, November 2nd, 2020 comes to order. Brenda, you ready for roll call?
Yeah, Mike Guffey,
Present.
Jeff Hancock,
Present.
Jerry Walden,
Here,
Aaron Dickin,
Here.
Mark Koger,
Here.
Lynn Purdue,
Here.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Here.
Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes from the former meeting?
I make a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
second,
Got a motion and a second? Roll call vote, Brenda.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Mr. President, I turn this meeting over to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Our first order of business is ordinance 3852, second reading, amending 33-16 of City Code compensation for police officers. I move we pass that ordinance.
I'll second that.
Motion made and second. Was that you, Mike?
Jeff.
No, that's
Jeff.
Jeff.
Okay.
That's the other
Second
one.
that. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, now we have first reading ordinance 3853.
Questions or
comments? Do what?
Roll vote, please.
Oh, that's an, I got an echo.
I think we got some, might be off of YouTube on our,
Yeah.
the little echo. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's no problem. I did, it just stopped me for a second. I thought we're already voting on it. Haven't even read it. Sounds good. Okay, this is ordinance 3853, an ordinance establishing a non-congregate sheltering facility, whereas the Common Council of the City of Newcastle and the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Newcastle wish to collaboratively establish a non-congregate sheltering facility in Newcastle for use during the COVID-19 pandemic as permitted by and subject to A, FEMA Policy 104-009-18, and B, Indiana Code 10-14-3-1 at 6. And whereas for purposes of this ordinance, the term non-congregate sheltering shall mean a housing resource that allows for quarantining or isolating individuals in separate rooms that include bedding, running water, HVAC, restrooms, and support services such as laundry and kitchen facilities, janitorial services, and meal preparation and delivery. And whereas the city wishes to establish non-congregate sheltering during COVID-19 pandemic at the city's facilities located on the real property known as 432 Broad Street, Newcastle, Indiana, for the following populations. Population 1, first responders, healthcare workers, and government employees that have tested positive for COVID-19 or who have been directed to quarantine as a result of close personal contact with individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. And population 2, unhoused individuals who have demonstrable symptoms of or have tested positive for COVID-19 and have been recommended for quarantine or isolation by a qualified medical professional. Whereas upon enactment of this ordinance, the Board of Public Works and Safety shall arrange for the provision of non-congregate sheltering to populations 1 and 2 described above in accordance with the terms of this ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle, Indiana as follows. The Board of Works and Public Safety shall make available the building located on the property commonly known as 432 Broad Street, Newcastle, Indiana, that will be known as facility, for the purpose of non-congregate sheltering for populations 1 and 2 described above. The Board of Works shall establish rules for the placement of individuals in non-congregate sheltering and shall establish further rules for the use of occupancy of the facility. 2, the Board of Works shall work to provide non-congregate sheltering in a cost-effective manner and shall utilize every effort to seek reimbursement for costs expended in providing non-congregate sheltering and associated services from available federal, state, and local programs and funding sources. 3, a new fund entitled Non-Congregate Sheltering Support Fund is hereby established. All revenues received as a result of providing non-congregate shelter at the facility shall be credited to the fund, including without limitation revenues received as reimbursement for providing non-congregate sheltering at the facility. Revenues credited to the fund shall be utilized for the provision of non-congregate sheltering and the operation, maintenance, and improvement of the facility. Okay. Anyway, that is now on the table for discussion.
A couple of things on my part on number 2, you have a spelling needs to be changed. It says Board of Words instead of Board of Works.
Okay.
Yes, correct, Jerry.
Is the facility ready now, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, it is. The side that we're talking about, if there was even somebody from the first aid unit, and we have 3 people that are positive right now off of the first aid unit that needed to go in there, the facility, the bathrooms are up and running. They're putting the bedding together right now. It's ready for us to move into just real soon. We'll be having a grand opening there really soon. We get into the winter and there's a snowstorm, the school side of it, we could put up 120 cots there, have a warming center. If electrical, gas, during a snowstorm shuts things down. So it's a multi-use emergency facility that we can use for the community and for our own personal services. At this time, I don't know of any firemen that have tested positive. I don't know any police officers that are positive at this time. Unfortunately, Rick McCorkle, the sheriff, is in the hospital and having a tough time. And Darren Clemens just came off of the event and he's having a really tough time recovering. So this can be used for our own personal employees. And Aaron, Mark, you guys went through this. I would say this is if somebody didn't want to take it, an employee didn't want to take it home to their family and wanted to isolate themselves and be secluded, that it would be used for that purpose. So it is by choice then? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Two questions. First, you mentioned, like in the case of a storm, I assumed we did, and I'm just going to ask the question so it's out there, but we have a generator for that facility.
Yes.
Down there.
Yes.
Okay. And then the second one, and of course this is, I'm sure there'll be a lot of, especially where COVID-19 is concerned, there'll probably be grants available and different things available to get money in case of, we need to use this facility. I mean, and is this in some insurance policies, would a person's insurance cover a daily stipend in a facility like this?
Brenda and Christy, we can turn that in to the state and cover overtime wages to help if that person's off and we've had to pay somebody else to cover their shift. We get a little different information every week, every couple of weeks of what it does cover. So we're kind of limping through it like everybody else. But this whole facility was financed by this COVID money, our 536, or how much was it, Brenda?
560.
560, and we've used every penny of it.
Well, and I'm not concerned. I just thought about the insurance thing, but I'm not concerned about it because we want to do right by our employees and take care of the health of our community. So, I mean, that's the important thing. I just thought I'd ask that, but okay. Is there any more discussion? If not, I'll move we pass this on first reading.
I'll
I'll
second.
second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Thank you. You guys, anytime you want to take a tour through it, or anytime we're going to have a grand opening before long, but anytime you guys want to go through it, it's a beautiful facility. We're still not done with the garage area that our first aid units will be in, but the living facilities and the bedrooms and bathrooms are done, and you're more than welcome to take a look at it anytime you want.
Thank you.
Roll call vote if there's no other questions.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, now we have ordinance 3854, an ordinance amending Newcastle City Code Title 7, Chapter 74, Schedule 1. Whereas the Common Council of the City of Newcastle has recently enacted an ordinance authorizing two-way traffic on Central Avenue between South 14th Street and South 15th Street. And whereas a stop sign should be installed at the intersection of Central Avenue and South 15th Street, directing the stoppage of traffic traveling eastbound on Central Avenue. Therefore, be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle that Chapter 74, Schedule 1 of the Newcastle City Code Number 7 is hereby amended by adding the following intersection where a stop sign should be located: Street, Central Avenue, location west approach to South 15th. And I move we pass that on first reading.
I'll second that motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. I think, I'm sure Lee said that all the signs have been ordered. I think what we should do is pick a date and go to Margison's and put a sign at both ends saying such and such date, this will be a two-way traffic street. I mean, like a 4x4 sign. Then try to get some newspaper coverage.
Good idea.
But we try to put signs on both sides to and say at this date, and you guys pick the date. We can put the stop sign up anytime. I've measured it out. It's plenty wide enough even for us to put parking up by the offices, just single parking for handicap there. Still plenty of room for the restaurant to have a drive-through right there. I'm thinking maybe we should put 2 yellow lines.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Right.
Yeah, so there's no passing or, somebody doesn't cross over the center line. So I think we can go ahead and do that right away and put the signs up, but I don't think we're going to get people go 2 ways on it right now, but I think we should give them as much leeway to say, here's the date that it's going to happen. So we've got the stop signs. You guys just pick the date of when you want it open and we can go with it.
How soon could we open it, Greg, and do it the right way?
If we
set us up?
suspend the rules and pass this tonight,
Yeah,
as soon as Lee wants to do it, as soon as Lee can get to it.
Yeah.
If we passed it all 3 readings tonight, That's up to you guys. I think we could. My personal opinion is put signs up for a week and open it up. So, you know, sure, by the 15th, we could have it opened up or a week sooner. It's up to you guys.
If anybody think that's okay?
Yeah, I'm
I
fine
think
with
it's
that.
fine.
I'll
Yeah,
move
I'm
we
fine
suspend
with
the
it.
rules then and pass ordinance 3854 on second reading.
We got to
We gotta
vote
do first
on
reading.
first
Oh.
reading.
We got,
Well,
yeah, we
then,
got
Brenda, why don't we vote on first reading?
Okay.
roll call
Ready?
vote, please.
Okay. Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, now I'll move we suspend the rules and pass 3854 on second reading.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. Now I move we pass 3854 on second reading.
Second
Second.
that.
Got a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Hang on here. Okay. Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. Now I move, did I move to suspend the rules to pass it on third reading, or was that second reading, Brenda?
That was second reading.
Okay,
It's
now
a
I
second
move to
reading.
suspend the rules and pass 3854 on third reading.
Aye. Or second.
Motion made and Mike seconded
And he eyed it.
And he eyed it.
it. Yeah.
Well, that was the other Hancock, Jeff.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay. Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion
Now I move,
7-0.
we pass ordinance 3854 on third reading.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. So that passes that ordinance.
So then would opening that November 16th give plenty of time? I figure that gives all week to get a sign up and then all next week to be out, and then November 16th opened up.
That 16th is a Monday morning, and
Right.
that sounds good to me. If everybody is good with that.
Yeah, shoot for that. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff could come up between now and then. It might make it 17th, but that's
Yeah.
what we ought to shoot for.
Okay.
Okay, now we're on to ordinance 3855. This is another one somebody might want to move to suspend the rules on. This is an ordinance related to traffic on Grand Avenue. Whereas the Common Council, the City of Newcastle may enact regulations related to the travel of vehicles in order to promote and protect the public health, safety, and welfare of citizens of the City of Newcastle. Whereas the current speed limit of portions of Grand Avenue has been determined to be too low in light of current road and neighborhood conditions, and whereas the Common Council believes that signage should be posted in the area or along Grand Avenue between South 15th and South 18th, alerting drivers to the possibility of children playing in the area. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle as follows. 1, the speed limit on Grand Avenue from its intersection with South 15th until the corporate limit shall be 30 miles per hour. On Grand Avenue between South 15th and South 18th, at least 2 signs should be posted directing drivers to the presence of children playing in the area. At least one sign should be posted facing each direction of traffic. The street department shall install appropriate signage, carry out the intent of this ordinance. I move we pass 3855.
Second.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comment?
Well, I did want to say I appreciated Mr. Koger bringing this back to our attention. It's something we had talked about earlier in the year, or at least during the summer. And he brought it back up, and so we're getting after it now. So there you go.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey. I think he's muted.
Mike, you're on mute.
Sorry, guys. Aye.
Okay, Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickon,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
I'll make a motion to suspend for a second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickon,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Make a motion to pass that ordinance on second reading.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickon,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Make a motion to suspend third reading 3855.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickon,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue. Lynn?
Aye.
Okay, I didn't hear you. And Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
And make a motion for 3855, third and final reading.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickon,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, now we are on to ordinance number 3856, another one we might want to consider, somebody might want to consider suspending the rules on. Whereas the Common Council of the City of Newcastle, Indiana may enact regulations to promote the public health, safety, and welfare, and whereas in exercising that duty, the Common Council may enact ordinances related to the travel and parking of motor vehicles within the city, and whereas the Traffic Committee of the council has determined that certain changes in the parking of motor vehicles on Central Avenue is in the best interest of traffic flow and public safety. Now therefore be ordained by the Common Council of the City of Newcastle, Indiana, that Chapter 74, Schedule 7, downtown parking area is hereby amended to prohibit the parking of vehicles as follows. Street, Central Avenue, side, both, location from 14th Street to 15th Street, except for an area on the north side of Central Avenue from its intersection with South 14th Street along the sidewalk running approximately 95 feet to the east and subject to City Code 72.52 regarding parking areas near an intersection. It is further ordained that the street department shall, upon passage of this ordinance, install or remove the appropriate signage to carry out the intent of this ordinance. All signage shall conform in height, content, visibility, and location with all provisions of the Indiana Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. I move we pass 3856.
I'll
Second.
second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any other questions or comments?
Aaron, did you have anything to add to this since you talked with the business there on the corner?
No, no. I mean, I think through the traffic committee discussion, Maplewood Terrace has parking there on the south side of Central Avenue. And now that it's two-way, I think it'll just simplify it. And in talking with Mr. Harvey, I think it's one of those things that historically just was never enforced. Parking was never really allowed there to begin with. So this kind of cleans that up. And I think maybe the mayor and Mr. Barker went out and measured. And I think their intention is to approach the Board of Works to make at least a couple of those spots handicapped accessible too. So I think it's a no-brainer for that area.
That road's 35 feet wide, a county road. They want to be at least 22 feet wide, a vehicle's 7 feet wide. So there's room for that business to have curb parking. There's still 23 feet of road space there for them to do that. So if we get it marked, I don't think there should be any problem with it fitting. I mean, there's plenty of space there.
Appreciate everybody getting that area cleaned up. And, even though this is my second term, I'm learning from my mistakes, because had I thought about that or known that these ordinances were needed, we would have done it with the changing it to two-way traffic. But you live and you learn.
Okay.
Lynn, is Ted aware that we've moved on this?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yep. So I think he's in the process of gathering materials to put his drive up in.
And he's got 12 feet for his drive up. So there's plenty of pull off. There shouldn't be a problem at either end of the road.
Okay. good.
Very happy with the decision.
Yeah, I know he is really excited about it, guys. So thanks for all the work from Aaron that you did on that too. I know you did a lot of walking and talking, so appreciate that.
Have we had a motion yet, or are we?
Yeah, we had a motion and a
in a second.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Mike Guffey.
You're on mute, Mike.
Mute, Mike.
Mute.
Apologize again. Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickin.
Aye.
Mark Coker.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for 3856, second reading.
Motion made and seconded. Lynn seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickin.
Aye.
Mark Coker.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
I'd like to make a motion, second reading for 3856.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickin.
Aye.
Mark Coker. Mark, you're muted.
I read his lips. He said aye.
Aye. Sorry.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
I'd like to make a motion, 3856, suspend the rules for third reading.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickin.
Aye.
Mark Coker.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beckenpaul.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
I'd like to make a motion, third reading, 3856.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickin.
Aye.
Mark Coker.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, I want to go back here and revisit the two things we've already talked about or passed on second and first reading. Does anybody have any objection? I'll just make a motion, and if you have an objection, you just vote against it and we can't go on. But it seems to me that 3853, establishing a non-congregate sheltering facility, that if we just got that out of the way, I mean, not that we would be upset if all of a sudden we had, I mean, we don't want to have an outbreak, but we wouldn't be upset if we had an outbreak and we went ahead and used that. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, but it would certainly be nice if it were in black and white that we had passed that ordinance on 3 readings. And
Right, sorry.
Can we do that since there might be funding involved?
well, is Joel
I
not
think-
here?
Yeah, Joel's here, but I think the funding that would be used, and Joel can correct me if I'm wrong. I've talked with Christy and Josh Russell both. It would only be used in, a state of emergency, and so I think those funds would be coming from FEMA.
That's my understanding as well.
Yeah, I think we could pass that. And if something happens, we find out we can't, then we'll come back and do it again. But I'm going to just make a motion. We pass 3853 on suspend the rules and passed on second reading.
I'll second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. And now I'm going
Motion
to move we
carries
pass
7-0.
3853 on second reading.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. Now I move that we suspend the rules and pass 3853 on third reading.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. So
Motion
now I move
carries
we pass
7-0.
3853 on third reading.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mike Guffey,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock,
Aye.
Jerry Walden,
Aye.
Aaron Dickin,
Aye.
Mark Koger,
Aye.
Lynn Purdue,
Aye.
Rex Peckinpah.
Aye. Well,
Motion carries 7-0.
I hope we don't need that, but at least if we do, we've got that covered. The other one on 3852, we can go ahead and do that third reading next time because we don't need to worry about it. That doesn't take effect till January 1st anyway, right, Brenda?
Right.
So we'll just wait and do that one next time. We're going to move to committee reports. Before we get to committee reports, I do want to wish Councilman Guffey a happy birthday. I think he's maybe 32 now or 33.
I love you, Rex. I love you, Rex.
Happy birthday, Mike. Go ahead and
Thank
give
you,
your
man.
report. Give
Appreciate
your
it.
report, buddy.
Mr. Mayor, back in February, I was told that Eastwood area that we got the speed limit sign, but one of the digital signs, the solar electronic sign. Where are we at on that?
We've been moving around. We just haven't moved one over there yet. So, I mean, we can move one over there pretty much any time. So
Okay,
we'll get one over there.
we appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all I've got.
Okay, Mr.
Okay.
Hancock.
Brenda, do we need to call before we come in and sign these ordinance?
Yeah, or I'll bring them around or,
You want to just bring them around?
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Walden.
I have nothing.
You're not going to show everybody your granddaughter's picture?
Well, I can. I'm
Give
sitting
us
here
more.
watching. I have thousands of them.
Well, no, wait a minute. We don't want to take all
Hold
night.
up. My
We'll
bad,
just-
my bad.
Show us one or two good ones.
There you go.
There's what a good big brother is going to be like
Yeah.
for now. So that's
Later on,
just
it'll be his
today.
fist, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Guys, I've been called stupid before, but I'm really stupid now. There's just nothing like it.
Changes everything.
It just, I never knew what a full heart was like until
I get it,
now.
Jerry.
And it's just, it's the hardest thing in the world to get in a vehicle and back out and leave when one's waving at you and reaching for you, and just tough. So
Yeah.
we've been blessed, been very blessed. So praise God for that.
Aaron?
I'm exhausted just looking at that picture. I can't imagine two that young at the same time, but
Hey, they're 20 months apart.
there you go.
Boys
So,
were 15 and a half months. So
right.
I think Aaron and the baby's got the same hairstyle.
Signs of a big brain, Jeff. The only thing that I kind of want to introduce tonight and talk a little bit about, a friend of mine just released a new single, music, and in the lyrics, he says, "When you don't fight a fire, the whole world burns." And I think we all kind of see little fires, throughout the world, really, but we've even seen it in our community too. Back this summer when we passed the resolution on inclusion, I wanted to be sure that, it wasn't just that piece of paper that we signed our names to. And now working with the EDC and the Henry County Community Foundation, and thanks to both of those organizations, we now have the opportunity for implicit bias and microaggressions training. It's going to be December 1st. And, I've been reading through the flyer, and let me see if I can just share my screen real quick. I don't know if it'll allow me to or not. There we go. So, a part that I think is really important to understand, because I think, we could all feel a level of embarrassment in a workshop like this, because, in the past and historically thinking, the thought was, and you can see it there are unbiased people, which are good, and biased people, which are bad. But the realization is we all have a different level of bias. So I think no matter, how much you think you don't need this, or you do need it, or, where you're at in this journey, I think that there's going to be something in here that you can learn and grow from. And I think it will make us all better representatives and voices of all of our constituents. So I'll be sending the link out if Corey doesn't get it out from the EDC. I would just really like, at least for all of us, to make our presence known there. I think that would be monumental to show the community that we're always trying to, better ourselves as representing them in our community. But it'll be over Zoom. There's 100 spots reserved. So I would like to see, we're working with the county as well, obviously. But I think from the city, it'd be great for department heads or, anybody. I think it's going to go a long way in making our community a better place. And that's all I really have to share tonight.
If that's a Zoom meeting, probably what I will do is try to get it set up here in the chambers and encourage all the department heads to come to it at one time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll conform to the social distancing the best we can by that time. But I think what the city will do is encourage our department heads and office staff, anybody that can, to to come to the chambers and see it all at the same time. So we can have one more meeting before this. So if you want to get more information out to everybody, Aaron, I think
Yeah.
how we're going to face it here is one showing and try to get as many department heads in together as we possibly can.
You have a time on that yet, Aaron?
Yeah, I think there's going to be 2 sessions, a 12 to 1:30 session and a 2 to 3:30 session. And like I said, once I've got the link to where you can register online, I may just email everybody individually. You know, I was talking with a state elected official today, and they said that training like this is required of them, which I think, you know, speaks volumes. But I also realized that, you know, again, an area where I've kind of learned as I've gone, back when we were circulating the resolution on inclusion, I think it probably could have had a better impact with everybody had I emailed everybody individually. So I may just email you each one-on-one. That way, you know, whatever you want to say, you can say. But I'll get as soon as that link for registration is live, I'll get it out so we can get registered as soon as we can.
Here we will probably go with the 12 to 1:30, and I'll probably bring pizzas in and so they can have lunch and kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Appreciate that.
Okay, Mr. Koger.
To go back on what Aaron was saying, my employer did the same thing. All the employees had to do this. It's great. There are different programs. I'm sure the one that Aaron's got lined up is going to be very good. And really, in all honesty, it wouldn't hurt for all employees in the city to do this. I know hospitals are doing it, school corporations are doing it. So it doesn't hurt with what we're all going through in the world right now. I think it's a great idea. And thank you, Aaron, for doing all the legwork on this.
Well, you know, Penny and Corey have been huge in getting it organized with the Schaefer Leadership Academy and the foundation, you know, as we see day in and day out in our community, stepped up and helped make sure that this was going to be an opportunity.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. The only other thing I have is on the ordinance, the 3853 with the sheltering. Is there any? We might want to look also that if there's money involved, it might be something we can turn in on workman's comp. I know that's what's paying me on the 4 days I missed work. My workman's comp's kicking in on this. So I know that you really don't know where you caught the COVID when you got the virus, but that's why we have workman's comp. And that's something that Gina should probably look into. You know, if it does happen to our employees and they do have to be quarantined down there, that's something that workman's comp could definitely take the financial brunt of. That's really all I got.
Yeah, she's on top of that much better than I am, and I know she gets information about it quite often, and she calls to get more information about it. So I think she's on it.
And especially our EMS, I mean, they're exposed to it every day. I mean, there's no doubt they're exposed to it every day. So
right,
just keep that in mind with the workman's comp. That would be, you know, probably the best way out of if there is any financial part the city's responsible for. They should be recouped through that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilman Purdue.
I have nothing this evening.
All I've got, I just want to thank you, Mayor, for getting work started on Race Street. You were serious about taking it down to the base. Went by there I don't know what day, and I mean they're ripping that all out and everything. I'm sure it's going to be pretty nice when it gets finished. But anyway, thanks for keeping that on track. And
well, there was two rows of bricks underneath it, and you can't. It would just
right. It was. I mean, when they were dragging that out, I watched for. It was thick. I mean, it was pretty big old chunks of stuff. So
yeah.
Anyway, but I just wanted to mention that. Thanks, and that's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Brenda, do you have anything this evening?
No.
Joel, do you have anything?
I don't have anything else.
Okay, Kendra?
No, I do not.
Okay. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. I've talked to Angela numerous times. I'm glad that she was on here at our last meeting. To be quite honest with you, I fear after the election, I know she was trying to get our community through trick or treat and through the election. Our hospital numbers are way up. We've got this virus has got in some of our businesses, got in our own council. I am just saying, don't be surprised if Newcastle doesn't go red after the election. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Our numbers are growing rapidly, not stabilized, not going down. And I know that she's very serious about trying to get ahead of it. At this point in time, really nothing would surprise me right now. I kind of feel like that it would be leaning to us going towards red. I don't feel like I'm giving you any new information. I mean, it just seems like all of us know more cases closer to home than back in March and April in the beginning of it. So I already mentioned about Rick McCorkle and Darren Clemens, and those are two of the roughest, hard-going, outdoorsy, healthiest guys I know, and it proves that it's got different levels and it affects people differently. But from everything that I've heard, when it gets in your lungs, it's a long, long road. So I'm not asking you to tell anybody. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if we do go red. I would be a bit surprised if that happens. So I think that she's going to try to get us ahead of it, just to keep our community as safe as we can. The chamber has already canceled the Christmas walk. Carrie Barrett has already canceled the 2 or 3 events that she had this year. We will probably cancel. We will have the Christmas tree lit up. We will probably not have a gathering of the lighting of the Christmas tree. My thoughts, my feelings are, it's the groups of people that get together and can pass it to family. I don't want to discourage anybody from having local Thanksgiving, but I think it's not only the large groups. I think it travels in small groups also. So I'm just kind of telling you up front that just don't be surprised if you see us go red. I don't know if Mark or Aaron, if you guys want to chime in and give any other advice on it, but our numbers are not looking good. The hospital has expanded their COVID unit, and our hospital numbers are up even. So
I'm in a facility right now. My hospital is 24% of their population right now of patients is COVID related. That's a huge percentage.
Yeah.
So, you know, out of 66 patients that were there Friday, 24 were COVID patients. So yes, it's serious. Don't know what we can do. I know everybody's tired of hearing about it, but it is very serious. Mayor's right. Don't know what the solution is, but you know, mask up and wash up.
Your Honor, could you just lead us right now in a moment of silence in honor of those people who because we've had people in our community who have passed away due to COVID, and for those people that are sick with it right now, and for protection for our community, just a moment of silence for that.
Sure. Moment of silence, please. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you, Rex, for bringing that up. The only other thing that I have, unless anybody else wants to say anything about COVID, Aaron, did you want to say anything? Okay.
Greg, do you know if Angie is going to come up and make a statement about how things are? And
we had personal conversation about Halloween, and we had personal conversation. She didn't want to turn anything red before the election, didn't want anybody to feel like they were held back from going out to vote. So I think she's trying to get through Tuesday, and then she'll be making public announcements, and she has my full support. I have agreed with everything that she said so far, and I don't make that decision, but I totally support her. So I understand why she wants to get through the election. She doesn't want to be responsible for somebody saying, well, the city went red and I couldn't get out and vote. So I know she's trying to get through tomorrow, and I understand that and get that. In my opinion, it's been awful convenient to go out and vote early. I think everybody could have and should have already been out to vote and not wait till tomorrow, because at the courthouse, it's been very convenient. They've made it very convenient to vote for us here the last few years. So I'm sure Jerry, she'll be making an announcement.
Mayor, if we go back to code red, are we back to essential businesses open only?
I think so. I think so. But like I said, I don't want to put words in her mouth. I'm just saying, surprise me if we did go back red. So,
well, Europe just in the last few days has went pretty much back to that because they've had a second wave, and so.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you ahead of time. Don't be surprised, because numbers are not looking good. Any other questions or comments about that? The only other thing I want to say is, since everybody's staying inside, our tipping fees, our fees at the dump is up 100 ton a month. When people are home, there's a lot more trash. So our payouts on trash pickup is up 100 ton a month. And, I'm just giving you some figures that it's,
you kind of see that when you drive around on different trash days. You see a lot of two-toters out, or maybe more stuff in the toters than what you normally would see and stuff.
Yeah.
On a side note on that, Mr. Mayor, I talked to Lee about that a little bit, and honestly, most of that is due to packaging. So we need to revisit recycling, curbside recycling. Not only is that the right thing to do, but it would alleviate some of that tonnage also. So he's supposed to be bringing some information for those options.
Well, and on that subject, just, and I know the mayor is also on the Solid Waste Management District Board. There isn't number one, recycling is becoming, from a vendor standpoint, just because the payouts, you just can't make any money on it, which is terrible. And number two is there's not a vendor that would take only curbside recycling without the trash contract. So there's two ways to think about doing this. Number one, and I'll probably get some great messages just for bringing this up, but you could privatize the trash and offer curbside recycling. Or also the city of Rushville, again, substantially smaller than the city of Newcastle, will run, I think they run routes on 3 days or 4 days, and one of those days is only recycling, and it's only for those who want to participate. They compact the trash truck, the last dump for the trash, and then they go and take that same truck to pick up the recycling totes that are the same kind of totes, but just with a different color lid, to grab recycling and dump that at recycling. I think if it were done locally, it would probably be cardboard only. I think maybe Best Way is probably the next closest vendor that would take more than cardboard. So I'm not, I mean, I think that would be great. I'm just saying there's those things because I've had these conversations, in the last 3 or 4 years that we need to keep in mind. Because in order to do that, something's going to have to give. And we're also looking as a board at, another secure recycling site for the solid waste management district, because I know the one behind the police department is always full. Side of the actual office is always full. But if they're just out in the open, they get abused, and then it's, not worth doing it because there's mattresses and just junk. So, I mean, if you know of a secure site like the transit site, I think is a very successful site because it's only open limited hours. Let me or the mayor know so that we can kind of address that with the board.
We'll address that more. There's a lot of conversation to be had there. And then the only other thing that I have is everybody get out and vote tomorrow. I hope that everybody already has. But if you haven't, everybody get out and vote tomorrow. And we'll see everybody in a couple of weeks. We'll be informed whether it will be live. I mean, I like the live meetings back in here, but I guess we'll just go from week to week again.
Yeah.
And, see where we're at, but we'll keep everybody informed. So everybody be safe and keep those loved ones in our prayers is all that I have to say. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Move we adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care, everyone.
Got off, but I hit end. I hit that end right there. I've already hit it once.
Do it again.